All right, Gym family, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another edition of Spill the Gems podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe right now, man. Hopefully y'all done tuned in to episode 43 by now. But if you haven't, make sure y'all tune into that one too. Very good tunes for your ears and all that. I'm with a big dog right now, man. One of the guys who really mentored me into this shit in a small period of time that I've been recording at the social tour, man. And he's been one of the biggest helps that I had. I'm going to let him explain more about himself because I never try to, tell guests about themselves. So, of course, introduce yourself to the family, man.
What's up, Spiller Jams family? This is Brandon Avery, founder of Social Tour, photographer, and a bunch of other stuff that we may get into today.
Yeah, this guy do everything, man.
It's not always, it's crazy. It's not, we may think that's a good thing sometimes, and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, damn, maybe you do too much.
Yeah. Tell the people a little history on yourself, just to, warm them up to them.
Okay. So I was born in New Jersey, born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, and yada yada yada, knucklehead kid. And when I was 17, I started modeling, and I didn't like it. So this is actually a pretty good story. We haven't told this in a long time. And I didn't like it because I felt as though I was a prop. So,
okay.
and because a lot of people will always, this actually will help a lot of people answer that question: how did I become a photographer? And I just felt like a prop. So, like, to some people, they may think it's cool. Like, okay, this is cool. Like, I get to wear cool clothes and I get to be in cool places. But for me, this is stupid. I am a prop, and this is no disrespect to no model. It takes a certain person, and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if, so as I would take pictures and shit on set, I would look at the camera and I would wonder, like, but what are they seeing? Like, what if I can show people what I see? And then I was like, I don't want to do this no more. And I picked up a camera, and that started my photography journey. So I was like, I wanted to show people what I was seeing and what I can create.
Yeah.
And fast forward to that, one of my neighbors introduced me to one of my great friends, Gil Keys, who was shooting music video at the time, like in Brooklyn, and it was like Sub-Zero, if you guys are familiar with like rap battles and stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny how we don't know what our future is at the time, because remember, I wanted to just do photos, and I wanted to learn a camera. So I utilized that opportunity to learn a camera, but it wasn't taking photos. It was doing a video. Yeah. And even though I didn't like it, it was an opportunity. So I didn't want to lose the opportunity of learning a system or ecosystem that I didn't know. So I showed up every time he asked me to show up, from rap battles to then it was music videos, from music videos then it was short films. So it's still all this time I'm learning photography on the side myself, but not realizing what has prepared me for today.
Right.
So today I can say I do the equal, but like it depends on the season. I'm doing way more videos these days. So I look back all the time and I'll laugh and go, what if you just like flaked on that opportunity? Like, what if you was like, I don't want to be in no freaking barbershop in Brooklyn listening to a bunch of niggas rap. What if I would have just took that approach right there? And I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So that's kind of in a nutshell of where I started. And throughout my journey of meeting different people.
Huge salute. And I always salute KC because that's who told me about this place. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, because I was telling everybody who I work with, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to do the studio vibe, make it, even more of a home, because of course I always had that spirit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's comfortable around me in a way. Yeah. But once on camera too, I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, not just looking any type of way. You get what I'm saying? And I think my following of course got, a little spoiled with little certain things, because I always want to stand on business. That's what I always say to myself. So just how did the social tour come about, and how did you get this establishment? What made you want to pick this to make it your home?
Guys, it's gonna be we're in for a good fun, because it's the stories sound like a movie. I'm not even kidding. So again, let's remember, I was a photographer. That's what I am. I'm an introvert extrovert. So if you're in my zone, of course you'll know, because you've been here enough to know that hey, the first person you saw when you first came is it's the same guy, but it's a little bit more open now because you're in my zone. But now once I exit the zone, I shouldn't be telling people this. Once I exit my zone, I'm still social, but I'm less approachable. So I become introverted. I'm just saying that to get you to guys understand. I don't know how the social came about. Okay, so one of my good buddies, Broadway Blake, he is one of the founders of Vibes in the City, which is an open mic in Newark, New Jersey. They have it every Wednesday at Live Ruse Lounge. It just started back up, so you guys may want to get tickets for that. So this is for all types of artists. You want to be a poet, a rapper, a singer, you can go sign up and you can perform there. It's pretty dope. So I'm saying that to say he's been doing this for a very long time. And I remember this is actually my best friend's sister's husband. So I would always say when I'm in New Jersey on a Wednesday, I'm gonna go to that show. Okay. Needless to say, 2 years passed since I said that. And one day I was there on the Wednesday and I was talking to my best friend. I'm like, oh shit, it's Wednesday. And she's like, okay. I said Vibes in the City. She was like, okay. I said, I gotta go. I told Blake I would go if I'm ever here on a Wednesday. And it was 2 years later, so I went, and then as we went down to Newark, and sometimes people premeditate things in your head, like it's not gonna be that good. Yeah. So she said that, and as I went in, she goes, no, she didn't say it's not gonna be good. She goes, don't expect nothing crazy, And I was like, all right, whatever. So we go in, and immediately, I told the story 1,000 times. Immediately, I see a girl singing who I know now. His name is Samantha, I think her name is, and then it was a guy, and his name is Darian Stacks. I remember his name. I got to check up on him. And I'm already in mid-song, so I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Because I'm in mid-song. And also someone just told me right before I walked in that don't expect, nothing crazy. Yeah. So when I walked in, I hear this girl singing. I'm like, oh, God. So I go up to the top of the stairs, thinking I'm Hollywood and shit. And I'm looking down. And I'm just there. Now I'm just there because now I'm just there for support. I'm just here for support. I'm like, whatever. And then that kid that was with her, Darian, starts singing. And I swear to you, you ever see the That's So Raven thing? Yeah. Not kidding, guys. That is exactly what happened. Believe me or not. It literally all came to me. It was just like, you need to do this. Yeah. At the time, I didn't know it was this, but it just sparked something in me of like bringing creatives together, but totally different from an open mic. So it was nothing. It wasn't not ripping off of Vibes in the City. It was more utilizing all the things I knew, but something I think that I always wanted to do anyway as far as help, but I didn't know. So then I went home and I was like, yo, who's that guy that was singing? Who's it? Telling my best friend. I think she thought that because I had such a good time. Yeah. That I was like bullshitting. But I was trying to look for this dude because I had this idea right there. Like it was all came to me right there. And I'm like, I gotta have an event. I gotta have events. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta find this guy. And she was like, oh, fine. I'm like, where's Blake? I'm like, wait, I got Blake's number. Blake, there's a roster. There's a guy. There was a kid with dreads and he was with a girl. I need to find this kid. And he connected me with them. And long story short, I got a bunch of my childhood friends. It's so weird how people believe in you, bro. Because needless to say, before this, I'm just a photographer. So my friends didn't really see me often. So when I thought of this idea, I was like, I got an idea, guys. I want y'all to just hear me out. Like I don't really know. Right. I just know up to this much. And the fact that I want to thank everyone in the beginning because nothing for nothing. I could have swore I sound like a crazy man. I want to thank them because I know I sound like a crazy man, but I had a meeting. I brought Darian Stack because I needed a visual for them to see what I'm seeing because I know I sound crazy. So we had a meeting. I got all of them together. Darian was there. He was sitting there. I was like, and he's going to be like one of the first performers. And I was like, seeing Darius. And I put him on a spot. I recorded this. This is the part of like the docu-sit coming because this is some shit. And he started singing. And he had the whole table at a standstill, and everyone gave him a standing applause. And mind you, we still in the beginning of what the fuck is this? Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's kind of how. And I know I'm talking a lot, and that's how it started. So from there, we started our first event, and it was in Montclair, and it was great. So for those who don't know what the Social Tour is, because that's what we're getting, we are a travel networking company that hosts networking events on the outside, but on the inside, we work with different brands, creatives, to help enhance their social presence or even brand strategizing, creative direction, which is a form of consulting, which I don't call consulting because I'm not a consultant, but I am a creative consultant. So like to kind of brainstorm ideas, and from that all the way to making an ad. So anything in your media world, we can help assist with, depending on your budget and depending on what you're trying to do. Now the space. This was actually an accident. It's not in our business plan. We're not supposed to have a space. It's supposed to just travel. That's what we're supposed to do. And I was walking actually the streets of Easton. And again, I'm always for telling people, do whatever your brain tells you to do. If it's like positive, Yeah, right. And this is an exact representation of that. I was walking down the street and I was like, wow, there's a lot of vacancies like down here. Like why? And then something said, you need a space for your creatives. I was like, huh? It's like, okay. So then, and that's it sounds so crazy, Marcus, but that's exactly how it happened. Needless to say, 3 years later, we're still here. And we're just trying to continue to be ourselves.
Yeah, man, that's dope. And like I said, man, this the guy that told me I needed to be on Spotify and Apple and all that shit. Cause like I said, I was just doing everything, just trying to just to build, like, get little elevations and, do little certain marks and document like, okay, I got this. Cause now I'm at a level where my listeners is about 30 to 35 right now.
Nice.
But it used to be 0 to 5, 0 to 4. You know what I mean?
So are you saying there's progress here now?
Listen,
are you saying this is a success story right here?
Listen, man. I'm talking about, and it's solid. It's solid. And you know what I'm saying? I don't even really promote certain days because it'd be certain days where I'm not mentally in it. You know what I mean? I'm just like, man, fuck today. You know what I'm saying? It could wait. But like I said, I said on the last episode, when I don't let my vision or my dream die, it spoke a lot. And like I said, I got people surrounding me. And like I said, we have an episode before each episode. So
yeah, we do.
Like we be having some crazy talks, man. And just to get one on file today, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the behind the scenes shit. Like, what's some shit, like your top 5 behind the scenes shit you hate?
As far as like production?
Yeah, production. It don't matter.
I don't want to say I hate it because
it's just such a strong word.
Yeah, it is such a strong word. But I think I've been doing this for a very long time, so mishap is going to come. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't expect it, but we should be able to know. I'm big on solution, not focusing on a problem.
Right.
That I always have some trouble with something, doing any type of thing, of any job that I'm about to do, and it's more so of how am I going to solve that problem. So I don't want to say I hate anything, but we got mishaps. The computer died earlier. The camera kept dying. Like, and it's just funny. You got to laugh at that because honestly, these things don't happen all the time. Mm-hmm. It's just like they're happening. Oh, really? They're happening right now. Last week. Oh man.
Oh my.
That was crazy, and that doesn't happen, but it does every now and again. But I want to before I get on more of me, I want to give yourself a pat on the back as far as even moving forward and pushing yourself to keep on investing in yourself. Before I even met you, there was people here they lock in space here, and I never saw a first time I lock in that much space.
Yeah.
So that was like what's going on? And it was actually like a random time. It was like 2 a.m. So it was like. It was random, and I'm like, who is this guy? I got to find out who this guy is because there's certain sparks that let you know a person is serious about their craft. And every time you come here, you're ready to go, you're motivated, you speak some good stuff, bro. And I listen. Everyone knows that I listen when the podcasts are going on here, and if I'm trying to give feedback, that's a great thing. Appreciate and from that with the little tips, I'm like, hey, maybe you should do this. You're like, definitely, doing it this way. And I think just the fact that the constant growth that you're enhancing your podcast with. I just want to tell yourself, give yourself a pat on the back because it takes a lot of work. If you already know it takes a lot of work.
Hell yeah. But y'all don't see behind this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, but the audience doesn't see it. And even the fact that now you have 30, 35 loyal listeners, like that's big. You know, I think that people don't understand how important that is to the creator as well as the listener because that tells you you're actually providing some good content. And in the more that you invest in your content, you're going to see that it works. So like I made a joke earlier by saying, aha, a little success story, but it's true. People try to do the bare minimum and expect some maximum result.
Hell yeah.
And I think that in any whatever genre of entrepreneurship, of dream chasing you want, you have to invest in yourself some type of way if you want people to invest their time, their money, and their energy into you. So even when it comes to quality of audio, you told me you were doing it at home on your phone.
Home on my phone. I was on a MacBook. I was, I think my first mic was from Amazon, and then my second one I got from Best Buy myself.
Yeah.
And after I got the second one, it was more on like this type vibe. And everybody got that home feel, but it was still missing something. Yeah. So I'm glad here, man. That's the puzzle piece.
This is only the beginning because
it's only the beginning.
Every time you finish an episode, I'm like, I think you should. And that's why I love and I love that I want to be the person I want your podcast to match mine.
Yeah.
I don't think that, and that's anything under this roof. If it's a video, it needs to match mine. It needs to match because if you're successful, then we're successful.
Right.
And I think that is the main key component under this roof here. And anyone that's wanted to stop by or something, understand that it's an investment in yourself, but also you'll get what you put out.
Yeah.
So if you want to put out shit, then you don't expect for people to listen to you.
And you'll get a lot of information that these corporate people won't tell you. Because you go to certain studios, man.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll just have it set up and you won't know shit.
Yep.
Like, you'll just,
you'll
be looking, then an hour done gone past, you done booked for 2 hours. So you might only record for like 20 minutes now. Like, they showed me the setup and everything like that. And then, dog, I'm telling you. So if you ever in the city,
because you know what the thing is, you know what, Marcus, what I don't get is what this is, and I'm a business person first as well, but I'm also a person. Yeah. So I don't understand, like, even utilizing that example right there. They put you in these studios and they just tell you, hey, you have time, figure it out. Right. You should have your own audio engineer. We say that we for our safety too, but how am I going to be successful? I don't know what I'm doing. Right. I think it's with any job or anything. Like, if it's like a job, you get a job at, I don't know, any job, I don't know, and you don't have the tools to be successful, it's going to frustrate you and discourage you. Hell yeah. Versus me saying, bro, hey, even when our problems come, because I can just, I can swipe my hands and go, hey, man, that's not, look at the paperwork on the internet, you're supposed to have read it.
Yeah, right.
Or I can be like, let's figure this out. Let's figure this out so that way next time you're more motivated and we're ready. You know, when we had the memory card, let's figure this out. Because I think that if we can figure, because first of all, if I already had these troubles, that means I know the solutions.
Hell yeah.
Right? Yeah. Why would I let someone sink? It doesn't make sense. So I think, I know it's different here, and we're not trying to compete with anyone. We're trying to just make sure every creative who have a dream that they want to chase, to trace it, but also to remind them to be realistic with themselves, that they have to invest in themselves. Even myself included, every day I have to invest in myself and in my business to continue to not only, I guess, have A1 customer service, but to have A1 customers. Yeah, so I think that is that's my goal. And if I can teach someone something here, whether they come in for a podcast, whether they come for a workshop, whether they come in for a creative direction session, whatever people come in here for, if I can provide more than what I should, then that's I did my job.
Yeah. And I always tell people, like, man, don't take none of this shit for granted, man. You know what I'm saying? And always continue to want to learn. You know what I'm saying? I always was like that. I never showcased like my talents in school and do all this. I never was the guy that say, hey, look at me. But I always was behind the scene like, damn, how do I do this? Yeah. How do I do this? That way I know further down the line. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get people like yourself that'll sit down with you, help you, like, yo, this needs to be that. Or maybe you should, lower that topic down and bring this up more. Yeah. And, it's certain shit like that. And a lot of people feel like the controlled or all that, but it's that ear, man. And I'm telling you, once you do that, it'll display a whole different, volume to your podcast too, because everybody in the world talking right now. Everybody. So you got to bring something different to the table, whether it's a visual, whether it's a piece of artwork, whether it's topics, whatever. You gotta be different in a certain way. What makes you
different from your competitors?
Yeah. And I'm actually glad. I linked up with I'm actually blessed, you know what I'm saying? Because I was exploring studios and shit. I definitely was, but it was just something about this shit. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, bet. Let's turn the cameras on. Let's work. Let's do it.
I appreciate
that. It takes a lot. You got to want to have that drive in yourself as well. You can't just show up to no studio just thinking you're going to get A1 service, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, once you show that you want to work, I'm telling you they going to want to work with you. Yeah. And it just goes full hand, you know what I mean? So,
and I think that's with anyone. Like if you want to if you're a rapper and you want people to listen to you, but you don't want to rap. Yeah. How are we going to do this? Like, how am I going to hear your song if you only want to rap it? You want me to go on YouTube when you got your phone right here, or you can rap it right here. I don't understand it. So like you said, you're investing in yourself, and the people are going to want to work with you, and they're going to want to help enhance your thing. Like, even as far as your content that you're providing, when I can hear every podcaster that podcast here. Everything that happens, I can hear. But focus more on the podcasting right now. I listen to them. I'm in the same room. I'm listening, so I'm providing real time feedback. And majority of my people have great content. Well, actually, everyone here on every podcast here is really great. So you should listen to all the podcasts that under this roof.
Yeah, because these guys record here too. Yeah,
has some really good podcasts, and I'm blessed for that because this is a service that I technically can't go. No, you can't do it here. So just imagine if we had a bunch of shitty podcasts. That'll say a lot about us, but we have a lot of great ones. But just simply applying yourself and getting better. And I love the fact that each episode you get better and better.
Hey, man, I appreciate that.
One thing I admire, which I told you last week, I want to tell you on record, because I think that these podcasts are just a stepping stone in our history books. How your memory to remember those episodes to the T. When you reciting them to the T, I'm like, I'm just so jealous of that.
Yeah, man. I study myself a lot, bro. Yeah. I like I said, I could tell you what I talked about in the first episode. I could tell you what I talked about in the second one. Like, all because, like I always say, whenever I drop, it's special to me. You know what I'm saying? So even though it might look a certain way or it might not got the reaction I thought it would, it's still special to me. Because I know later down the line, when it's all said and done, or if I fade away, motherfuckers is going to look back like, damn, all right, that's what he meant. You know what I mean? And people,
isn't that exciting though? Yo, that's the best. Like, this is why I encourage everyone to have a podcast. Like, even if you're not even trying to do it just for business, do it for a diary. Like, you can, guys, the internet ain't gonna ever go anywhere, and you can never take this away.
Yeah, man.
This is a form of manifestation. Yeah. This is a form of reflection. Like you said, in the end, when you go back, you can just look and listen and like, wow, oh, that's what he meant. I love that.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
That's why, like I said, I put the notebook down, man, and just went all off the head because I just know it, bro. Like, and what keeps me motivated, people don't understand, is that I know y'all gonna feel it one of these days. That's what keeps me going. Cause it may not be right now. Y'all may just look at me like, okay, yeah, he just
and that's
working.
Okay.
He just working. That's cool. But I just know, bro, ain't nobody spinning it like how I'm spinning it. None of that. It's just people use the big names, but just don't capitalize off that shit. Can you imagine if I had Kanye, all these motherfuckers up here, and we don't talk shit about what they did?
Yeah.
Not hating on nobody, but I'm telling you, it would have just been 1,000 times better, all because of people, like, certain moments where they head was at, they don't want to relive that shit. Yeah. Oh, like Grammys of 08. Bro, I was depressed as fuck at that time.
Why you bring it up?
You know what I'm saying? So let's just, shop around the character, man. And that's all I do here, man. I think that's my only, I shouldn't have even told y'all that. But yeah, like that's what I do here, man. I shop for the character, man. I don't want to look at your accolades, your numbers, and what a video done. Nah, I want to just know about you, man.
And that separates your podcast from the others because, like, as everyone has a podcast, and every podcast is damn near about the same thing. And then it also sounds like a bunch of people yelling. This is why I always tell everyone here, what two things I want to do a test, but I don't want to look stupid. So I'm gonna try. What are the two things we care about when it comes to podcasts here? And I'm gonna just give it quality of
the audio
and quality of
the visual.
There you go. Yeah, so we care about those two things because people don't realize those things enhances. So even when, and this is no sell pitch, guys. This is no sell pitch. But even when you're doing your podcast here, you're getting other advice from our other services we do here for free. So I'm saying things like, hey, post it on here, or maybe you should post this day, or maybe be consistent. There's a lot of tips that you're not even paying for that are going in here because I truly want you to be successful.
And they, like I said, and they study the internet. You know what I'm saying? So they know a lot of the shit I don't know. And I'm more of a young old head, so I don't really be trying to look at certain shit. I just post and hope for the best.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a lot of our podcasters do. And it's okay because it's not their fault because it's normal. That's what they're used to, especially if they came from another studio. People that came from another studio sometimes just record, leave, and post.
Right.
And I'll go, hey, where can I find it? I don't know where to find it. I don't know where to post it. I've just posted on YouTube. Well, why did no one told you where to help you out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can we get you on all platforms? You know? So even with you, like, you were with 3 weeks, 3 recordings. And I'm like, I listened to them so I get to hear them, but I know I'd only see you posted videos on Instagram. But I'm like, there's no link. And he was like, no, I don't have it. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get you that.
Yeah, let's
And now he is on, I think, all but Apple right now, which probably by this drops, it'll be on Apple. We'll make sure of that. But yeah, so just like that. So now you can be heard everywhere. We talked about the different demographics and how we can utilize data to help improve our algorithm and to help improve how we're going to move forward. And I think these are things that aren't discussed, normally. And it helps because the more we understand how the internet works, the better we are able to continue with our entrepreneurship, our dream tracing, our emotions, because it takes a toll on our emotions if we don't understand it. But the more we understand how it works, the less we'll be emotionally attached, if that makes any sense.
That's dope, man. Just let the people know where they can find you, man.
And you can find me anywhere. Just type in The Social Tour, and we do not accept DMs, so just email us.
You heard it here, man. They do not accept DMs.
It is
only
literally
emails,
on
man.
there, and people just don't. It's because it's a lot, and it's just too much. So if it's something that's very serious, you can give us a text at 484-425-7133, or email us at hello@thesocialtour.us, and we'll be do our best to get back to you. But seriously, inquiries only for the creative mind that want to invest in themselves and enhance themselves.
Yeah, man.
But
I second that. I second that, man. I appreciate you, man. All the shit you did behind the scenes, bro, for Spiller Gems, and just like I said, providing the space, man, and the comfort of, you know what I'm saying, the studio, man. I'm telling you, I'm locked in. Saying I knew it was this time was going to come, but I wasn't thinking right now. But I'm actually glad the way God worked. You know what I'm saying?
I have one more thing. Because you got a good group on your side. You can touch the people I can't touch. It hasn't been announced yet. I don't know when this is gonna air, but I'm gonna still announce it. April 8th, 9th, and 10th. We're doing something with my good buddy Broadway Blake of Vibes in the City. We're collaborating on this Creatives Locked In. So you'll be locked in, and this is gonna be my first time actually voicing this before the flyer goes out. We don't even know when this is gonna happen. See, I get excited, but this is so excited. So if you're a creative and artist, this is one's gonna be focused more on artists. So like singers, rappers, people who are on the mic for the most part.
Okay.
And we're gonna do it maybe once every other month, but this is the first time. So April 8th, 9th, and 10th, you're gonna be locked in a house with a bunch of creatives, and it's gonna be two days worth of work. You're gonna get work done. What's some of the guarantees off the top of my dome before I start reciting the flyer? So it's limited spots. It's only about 15 people can be there. You're gonna be you can't leave, but it's gonna be scheduled work throughout the whole time. So it can be different challenges. Think of it like a reality show for 2 days. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna get content. So if you're a rapper, artist, a singer, you're gonna get content right there where people come and check in every now and again. So at the end, our goal is to have a mixtape at the end every time. So not only are you going to be able to collaborate with different creatives of like-minded like yourself, but you guys are going to be kind of like school but fun. It's going to be different activities, giveaways, raffles, content, way more than what you need, and tickets go on sale soon. So if just to put some fire under it, it's something that you would want to do because you're getting way more than what you're paying for. And you don't want to believe me? Just gonna have to wait and watch.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. That's huge, man. And yeah, like I said, man, make sure y'all follow them. Just the whole atmosphere of the brand is definitely an experience, man. And I'm thankful for it. So I'm sure, and I know y'all be thankful too. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on this, and we'll see you on the next episode of Spill a Gem.